even where there are things Ruto could not have done anything about, the people of Kenya have not been told that there are things beyond the government. So William Samoei Ruto, people are unhappy because life is unbearable. And they are not seeing anything government is doing to create hope that although today is painful, tomorrow may be a better day. It's not rocket science. There are things government is doing, and the only conclusion people make is that government is deliberately out to hurt us more. The economy is already hurting us, but government is adding salt to injury, introducing unnecessary levies. Why are you in a hurry to do things like housing? Unajengea nani nyumba? Why are you eroding a pay slip?
The president urges Kenyans to drop negativity towards the nation. Today we want to understand where is all this negativity coming from, at least from the lenses of the president, William Ruto. And I have Prof to bring home this conversation. Prof, good to see you.
Good.
You're doing well?
Yep.
All right, fantastic.
Yes.
It is not the first time the president is talking about Kenyans really having, or rather harboring the spirit of negativity, literally objecting almost everything, even government agenda, pet agenda from the government. Should it be SHA, affordable housing, you name it. But Prof, you are I could say a local mwananchi. What do you think this negativity is premised on?
I think it's just broken hopes. Mm-hmm. You see, disillusionment. Mm-hmm. The president promised so much, mm-hmm, and created anticipation, mm-hmm, and he didn't deliver.
Created so much hope?
He didn't deliver now. Mm-hmm. Maybe it was beyond him, but he has not explained to the people. On the contrary, people see him as almost enjoying seeing their suffering.
Rejoicing in their misfortune?
I think that's what comes out, how it comes out.
Well, you're taking concern that maybe the president is not communicating well enough what he's doing. But then again, it seems there's a mismatch here.
Look, even in America, you see, this guy is just surrounded by people who just earn money but they know nothing. Look, there's an article I was reading yesterday. It's called Affordability Crisis. Trump came to power with the promise of making life affordable. Today, in the midterm and in the elections of New York and I think 2 other cities, I've forgotten which and which, there are 2 cities, 3, New York and another 2. Those who have gone in riding on this very thing that is consuming Ruto. They are saying the Republic has promised you.
Lofty promises?
They promise you that life will be easier, more affordable. Now everything is going up. And they are being elected, including Mamdani of New York, the Ugandan Asian and now an American, because of affordability crisis. So, even where there are things Ruto could not have done anything about, the people of Kenya have not been told that there are things beyond the government. I'm not saying all of them.
But there are things.
More than 50-60% of the challenges we face today are global in nature. And they are beyond an individual called William Ruto, or a country called Kenya, or a government called Kenyan government. But we employ tribesmen, friends, cronies, political rejects, and we think they will help us. They will not help us. Times like this, you need the very best men and women. So that if you're employing people because the communication is at the core of government. Mm-hmm. It's not enough for government to deliver. Government must make people partners in that delivery. So that people must understand what it is you are delivering. Mm-hmm. Because some of the things you deliver may be painful, at least for a while. But the future presents hope and gain. So if you don't tell people, they'll just see these things as bad.
So
and that communication also makes you reverse some of your decisions, see things differently. You are thinking this was good for the country, but from what you gather, because there's an open communication channel, and you have the experts managing that communication, then you get to realize, no, this idea may be good, but this is an idea for 30 years from now.
Let's shelve it for now.
Let's shelve it for now. The cost of achieving it is too much. There is a social cost to it, because there are financial costs, there are economic costs, there are social costs, there are political costs.
True.
So proper advisors coming from different areas will help the government and the president make the right decisions. And when they are doing well, people can share, can see it. Sometimes it's not true, like people say, that the only way to know the economy is doing well is if there's a shilling in the pocket.
My pocket.
That's not true. That's not quite true. It is the ideal that the only way to measure the economy is from your pocket. But before a shilling lands in your pocket, it can travel some journey. So in the course of that traveling, we say the economy is doing bad, the country is not doing well. No. So this is necessary therefore to tell people, look here, yung shilling itaingia kwa mfuko, but we must walk this journey
together.
And we foresee these challenges. But if we are together, we shall walk the journey. Tutatoboa. But now when you put, I don't want to call them,
Prof, I mean,
what I wanted to call them.
You're a communications consultant,
Yes.
and looking at the government structure today, it has expansive communication units, be it from State House to the Charles Owino-led units.
Those are jobs.
Those are jobs.
Jobs for people.
Are they delivering?
No. Because it is not supposed to be communication, it's political communication.
The messaging.
Political communication. Let me tell you, I was seated 2022 watching TV, and Uhuru was in Sagana when he was, at the time he was pitching for Raila, just before the election. 2022, I think 2022, towards the beginning. And I said, wow, if Uhuru had been doing this, people would not have vilified him. In that Sagana meeting, that one day, Mheshimiwa Rais Uhuru Kenyatta put a team to show what Uhuru was doing for the country.
Presidential Delivery Unit, PDU.
That day, I said, God, kumbe they can do it. I think it's Kinanzio Kawaita or something.
Yeah.
If they had done it like that throughout Uhuru's
Tenor.
second term, I don't think Uhuru would have left the scene a vilified man. Because it is possible. I think they got experts for that one day to do the right thing in Sagana State Law. While I thought I was the only one who has seen it, many people told me, have you seen what has happened in Sagana today? So William Samoei Ruto, people are unhappy because life is unbearable. And they are not seeing anything government is doing to create hope that although today is painful, tomorrow may be a better day. It's not rocket science.
And
it is true, people are suffering.
It is not Gachagua instilling the negativity in them, the opposition.
No, everybody, including Ruto, knows that life is not doing well. Businesses have closed. Businesses have relocated.
Capital
I hear
flight.
Trigger recently left. Everybody's downsizing. It used to be called retrenchment. And then somebody came with the what, came with the good other name.
Convergence.
Yes, what, right sizing, all those stupid names.
But you're just losing a job.
So jobs are going down and down and down, collapsing. Purchasing power is lost. Gone were the days when they were queues in supermarkets. You may argue the supermarkets are more. But all of them, you go, there are no queues.
Population
Matatu is
in the
going to
malls.
town. It used to be between 6:30 and 7:30 in some stages. You can stand there for an hour until you get late going to work. Today inakuja tu pale unaingia. Even town, faces of people in town. You don't need to belong to the intelligence to see these faces are people who are just walking dead.
Crestfallen?
I told you there's a time I walked downtown. I went all the way up to River Road. I was looking for this thing for sometimes hii kitu ya kukata nyazi ya ng'ombe.
Oh, okay. Chaff cutter.
Chaff cutter. So somebody, a friend of mine called Francis. I work with him. He told me, let's go to River Road. Nilikuwa na shida sana.
Why though?
I didn't know people know me that much. I was being pulled literally mpaka kwa duka. Wakikuyu, Wahindi. Tele Manyora bwana.
Tupate leo ya chakula.
Hapana. What is happening in this country? Hata window shopping peke yake siku hizi hakuna watu. There's a nation man, old man who talked to me and he cried. That you can spend the whole day in the shop bila hata mtu kuuliza bei, wacha kununua.
Low purchasing power.
Yeah, so it's a reality that things in this country are bad. What I'm saying, however, is it's not a Kenyan phenomenon. It's a global problem, most of it.
Ruto is vindicated.
But there are two challenges. One, do you explain to the people? Do they know what's going on? Secondly, that over which you have power, are you doing it? Ama unaendelea kufinya?
Bei ya unga.
Watu wanaumia, wana kidonda na unachukua chumvi unaweka. So that's where government then gets. There are things which government can't do anything about. Government doesn't explain to people. There are things which government can do to ease the pain. Government is not doing those things. There are things government is doing, and the only conclusion people make is that government is deliberately out to hurt us more. The economy is already hurting us, but government is adding salt to injury, introducing unnecessary levies. Why are you in a hurry to do things like housing? Unajengea nani nyumba? Why are you eroding a pay slip? I come from Vihiga. Yeah. And you stand on a vehicle, you are President Ruto, and you are telling people about houses. When you leave, they ask you, what's wrong with this man? Who told you we need houses?
Or in Elbagon.
Or Elbagon.
Yeah.
Or Samburu. Who told you they need houses?
Oparanya says, leave your farms.
Now Oparanya is saying, and the president says in Singapore, people were forced, almost flogged.
Yes.
Panda ghorofa 10 hiyo ni nyumba yako. Oparanya is saying, mkuje mkae kwa hii nyumba,
mtoke Luombei.
Mtoke Luombei.
Be civilized people.
Ili hizo hata makaburi za baba zenyu mnaweza kubeba mkitaka, mwende mplant mahali. Because what Oparanya is basically telling the president, these things don't make sense. They simply don't make sense. So you see, already there is a problem. And it's a global problem. Across the world, there is economic pain over which government can do nothing. But government is not explaining to the people. Because they simply can't employ the right people. Because you must reward cronies and political rejects and failures. And your friends and relatives.
Not the best economists.
At a time you need people to be able to share this information properly with the public so that they can tighten their belts. But how do they tighten their belts? When you have people around you showing off, weighing money on, so that hakuna haja ya kuhesabu pesa, sasa tunaweka tu kwa ratili. Ikifika kilo 6 tunajua ni milioni fulani. You know that kind of thing. And buying belts worth 200,000 shillings and the shoes worth 600,000. How do you tell people to? So these inconsistencies and contradictions are what is creating the state the president is talking about. But there are simple things over which the president can do something.
Just tell me one low-hanging fruit he can tap into.
As in which way?
I mean, just to alleviate this suffering.
You see, if the president wants to alleviate the suffering of people, there are many things he can do. First of all, unnecessary taxes and levies. You unatoa tu. You just say this housing thing was a bad experiment and you abandon it.
Minding our debt obligations as a
Hiyo pesa
country.
yangu kwa payslip hiyo, a housing, I normally support my sister at home. My sister doesn't work. My sister takes care of my grandchildren. My son lost his wife, and the children live with my sister. My son is not employed. So that money I pay for housing, if I give my sister every month, it can help those orphans. You see? And put a smile on the face of those children and even my sister.
Yeah.
And I can add on another 2 shillings here. So, and there are people, if you didn't get that money from them, there are people to whom even 500 shillings can make a big difference.
Sure.
So those things like share, just accept they are not working. And they re-engineer them, recalibrate them. You know,
Yeah. Or galana kulalu.
so that's all those kind of things that don't make sense. And then there are also taxes. You see, if you lower the taxes on fuel, so that diesel, the cost of diesel goes down
Yeah.
by 30%, that will translate directly into more business,
True.
into lower cost of transportation, and finally into more jobs and more shillings in the pockets of Kenyans. If you lower the tariffs on electricity, and you don't even need to go far, we are paying so much for electricity because of corruption, ineptitude, completely incompetent people running the sector. Because where does corruption reside in this country? It's in the energy sector. So, electricity, energy is a driver of industry.
Manufacturing, you name it.
Manufacturing is energy. Now, you allow the cost of energy, even the reliability of the supply itself, to be so erratic because you allow corruption. So these are things you can put in place, you can take care of without any cost to the exchequer. And the corruption is so basic, is so obvious. It is simply feeding greed. You don't even need an expert.
Raw greed?
Raw greed. When people are allowed to import fake transformers that keep blowing off, and that makes electricity expensive, it's something you can stop. You can just say the producers of genuine transformers are to be found in Sweden or Germany, wherever it is. And KPLC direct source from the producers. That's just something simple from the president.
G to G.
Yeah. But so really, the pain will continue to be there until we have leaders who feel for the public, who feel for the people. And I appeal to the people of this country, especially the leadership of this country. Think about the people you lead. Please think about the people you lead.
For once.
What pleasure do you derive in denying Kenyan children a meal just because you need money? What pleasure do you derive in getting money meant for children, for women during childbirth, so that our women are delivering like animals, even worse than animals, in conditions that are so appalling that they look like even the 17th century people are not, and losing children in the process during childbirth. How do you enjoy that money? How do you enjoy money meant for health and people are dying like chicken infested with Newcastle? Ugonjwa moja ya kuku. How do you enjoy that money? I'm just asking. How do you enjoy that money? How do you enjoy money that's meant for small children going to school? Now they have jiggers in the toes in the 21st century. And you say we want to be a first world country?
Singapore. Or you grab their land.
How can you have a country where hundreds of thousands of children? I know it for a fact because even my wife was part of that campaign, anti-jigger campaign. I know. Yeah. I would find trucks and trucks of shoes at home to be distributed to children to avoid jiggers. I know it because there was an anti-jigger campaign There's a function presided over, I think, by Miss World or somebody in Nyeri, you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
And she was delivered there in a helicopter by a friend of mine. So I wondered, you are delivering someone in a helicopter to go and deal with the Jiga situation. How do you take pride in being a leader in a country like that? And you allow people to steal money meant for children to live dignified lives. They don't want to be like rich children. These children don't want to be like your children. And they don't have to. But let them live like human beings.
Dignified.
Like children of human beings. Yeah. Not rich lives. They don't even want to eat meza imetandikwa mpaka huko chakula asubuhi. No.
Or to be in the mall every
Wanataka tu
Sunday.
mkebe ya uji. Na waende shule. You deny them even that. And you derive pleasure in the money you have after stealing. You must be an idiot. A complete moron. So that's where we are. And so long as that is the situation, people will continue complaining.
The negativity will be there.
They will be there because it is born out of the reality. Except that the government does not do its part first in sharing with the public the challenges it is facing. Two, in doing its bit amidst all these problems and challenges, global and otherwise. Government is not doing its bit or is not doing well enough or enough. And number three, even where government has the power to alleviate the suffering by mitigating the suffering, government is mute. Electricity is expensive and therefore you can't create jobs. And yet electricity is expensive because of corruption. Can government deal with at least with corruption in the energy sector only?
Fast.
So that at least we create jobs. You know, so...
I get it.
So, to the president, I'll sadly inform him that this negativity is born out of reality on the ground.
And it is here to stay.
Lucky enough for us as people and for the president, these are things we can handle as a country and as a people.
All that lacks is the will.
The will.
There you have it. Prof couldn't have put it any better. We've been discussing matters to do with this alleged spirit of negativity among Kenyans. But Prof says it is born out of frustrations, out of unsatisfied dreams, and out of just false hope that has been put out for far too long by our leaders. We get to do this again tomorrow evening. In the meantime, do enjoy the other edition with Evan Sokinyi. While at it, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share this edition.